local and regional books. In addition to the only LDS bookstore in Red Rock Country, featuring Covenant, Cedar Fort, and Deseret book products. Check out hand-carved olive wood from the Holy Land, including a variety of nativity sets, jewelry, wall art, DVDs, CDs, and more at SJR Books, 49 South Main in Monticello. Come in today. Email books@sjrnews.com or call 435-587-2277.
Welcome back to American Fork, where the San Juan Broncos are playing the American Heritage Patriots tonight. We're glad you've joined us on Picture Palmer and Red Rock 92.7. As mentioned, ahead of the start of this game, we were able to talk with head coach Travis Black. Pull that interview up right here. And, he was able to talk a little bit about what he wants from the Broncos tonight and for the weekend. Here's that interview. Good boy here with Coach Travis Black. Coach Black, you guys went 1-1 in that tournament last weekend. What did you tell the boys leading up to this weekend? What did you guys work on?
We definitely worked on moving the ball better, working on our defense, trying to stay in front of guys. Last weekend was good games to start with and get the cobwebs off and get going. So we're looking forward to this weekend. Barely healthy. Jace Palmer's got a bad neck.
We're going to try that interview one more time, see if we can get the sound a little bit better. Stay with me, folks. Again, San Juan Broncos in the first of this four-game stretch this weekend, starting with the American Heritage Patriots. They'll be playing against a team in West Valley and Draper tomorrow, and then out in Linden. So we'll see what the Broncos have in this early tournament. All right, we'll join back with Coach Travis Black, see if that maybe helped the sound a little bit.
We definitely worked on moving the ball better, working on our defense, trying to stay in front of guys. Last weekend was good games to start with and get the cobwebs off and get going. So we're looking forward to this weekend. Barely healthy. Jace Palmer's got a bad neck. And Cooper actually just twisted his ankle pretty good and warming up during the JV halftime, so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, we're pretty healthy.
Well, that's good. You're mostly healthy. Sorry to hear about those injuries, especially warming up. Yeah.
Everybody's just dealing with that, so my cuffed in my head right now.
Yeah, well, what do you expect to you need to do against American Heritage tonight to get the win?
Their point guard's a big kid. He's 6'4", 6'5", 230 pounds, plays the point. He's got quick hands, quick feet. We need to stop him. I just found out one of their other better players is, I think, out with COVID is what they were talking about. But they'll hit some threes, dribble penetration, so we'd like to stop his dribble penetration, force him to shoot by three.
You guys got 4 games in, 48 hours or almost. How do you keep them focused on the task at hand?
Quick rotation, just have them keep their head in the game, not worry about the referee, not worry about missed shots, just trying to recover quickly and go deep in the bench.
Thanks, Coach. All right, that was head coach Travis Black for San Juan Broncos. We are getting set for tip here in American Heritage. We'll have the national anthem and the announcement of the starters. So we're excited for that. Want to take a moment again. I'm joined tonight by Dan McBride. Dan is a BYU student who has some interest in broadcasting. Dan, tell me, a little bit what you're hoping to see tonight from the Broncos.
The Broncos have a 4-game road trip coming up here, and this is kicking it off. So we want to see how they can get started off on a good foot and see how that goes.
Absolutely. Again, we're just getting set for the start of this game. having an opening prayer, which, of course, that's something when you have a private school, you can do things like that. American Heritage Patriots, again, located in American Fork across the street from the LDS Mount Timpanogos Temple. They're going to do the national anthem, so we're going to take a quick break and be right back with the starting lineups.
It's that special time of year, and Moab's Classic Oldie Diner is happy to now be on Moab's Classic Oldie radio station to announce the annual Breakfast with Santa on December 19th from 8 to 11 a.m. with free pancakes and bacon for all the kids. See and visit with a socially distanced masked man himself, Santa Claus. The Moab Diner wishes all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You're so much more than a number at the Dolores State Bank, which is why we say loans designed with you in mind. Our lenders seek out custom, competitive financial solutions tailored to your specific needs. We're committed to making the borrowing process as efficient, personal, and fast as possible. Applications for personal and auto loans can be processed in-house with decisions typically made the same day. Call us at 970-882-7600 or learn more at mydsb.com. The Dolores State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to American Fork, where the American Heritage Patriots are playing host to your San Juan Broncos. We'll listen to the last part of this national anthem rendition. Thanks again for joining us on Red Rock 92.7 and PicturePalmer.com. I'm David Boyle with Dan McBride, and we're getting ready for the announcement of the starting lineups. Coach Black mentioned that they're going to go into the bench this tournament. They're playing 4 games in 3. Well, as you maybe heard, that's the starting lineup for the San Juan Broncos. Jaden Black, Ladd Ivins, Nate Grover, Jace Palmer, and Jensen Grover all getting the start. As you maybe heard, Coach Black say in that interview, Cooper Black tweaked his ankle doing warm-ups during the halftime of the JV game here tonight. So he was, I saw him in the hall walking on it, so he's not so hurt that he can't walk on it, and but he won't be starting tonight for the Broncos. Starting tonight for the American Heritage Patriots, Christian Anderson, as well as Ollie Bjor, Max Wright, Peor Wintana, and Niwaha Winatana brothers starting for the American Heritage Patriots. We're set to go. Tip-off of this 4-game stretch for the Broncos. Looks like Nate Grover will be jumping for the Broncos at center court. Ball is tapped by American Heritage, but Ladd Ivins ends up with the ball. He's working in the paint, passes out. Jaden Black with the ball. Now Jensen Grover. Back to Jace Palmer, back to Grover. Now Jaden Black cuts into the lane and can't get that shot to fall, but nice follow by Nate Grover. He gets the putback. Broncos up early, 2-0. Winatana taking the ball up the court for the Patriots. He calls for a screen, kicks out, sends it to another player. Now number 11 Anderson with it for the Patriots. Then Winatana, now he's got the ball on the far side of the court. Drives into the lane, and that ball is knocked out of bounds. Nice defense from Jace Palmer there. He tipped the ball. It went off of American Heritage player there. So the turnover results in San Juan taking the ball up the court. Lad Ivins with it at the top of the key. Hands it off to Jaden Black. Throws it over to Jensen Grover. Nice ball movement for the Broncos early, but that pass is intercepted by the Patriots. Now they're coming back the other way. Winatana working in the paint. He tries to pass it outside and is fouled. Actually, they're going to call. I missed that. Did you see that, Dan? Was that a travel or a foul against?
Travel or an offensive foul, maybe a push off there. I didn't quite see what the call was either.
Yeah, it looked like a foul, so it must have gone against American Heritage. So San Juan with the ball. Grover now has it. He penetrates, then hands off to Black, who goes all the way into the hole, not able to complete at the rim, but nice work from Jaden Black there. Winatana now throws the ball behind the back, but it's intercepted by the Broncos. Grover going down the court and is able to finish with Winatana coming up on him. Makes it 4-0 for the Broncos early. 6:20 to go in the first. Christian Anderson with the ball for the Patriots. Over to Winatana, then Anderson. He goes, penetrates into the paint, then kicks out for the three, which hits the front of the rim. No good. San Juan controls the rebound. Lad Ivins with the ball. Hands it over to Grover with a deep three, and that one's off and goes the other way. Patriots now pushing in transition. Winatana drops it off to number 21. That's Ollie Buer. He converts, makes it 4-2, San Juan. Jensen Grover over to Jace Palmer, out to Lad Ivins. Ivins' little runner goes, and Broncos are up to 6 points, 5.5 minutes to go in the first.
It's a beautiful floater there by Ivins.
Yeah, that was really nice, coming in the lane. And, he's 5'8", so it can sometimes be a challenge to get a shot off as there's a foul called. They're going to say it was on the ground, I think. Looks like that goes first foul for Nate Grover. American Heritage was wide open under the basket, so Grover did his best to recover, but ended up fouling there. Winatana now being double-teamed for the Patriots, or by the Broncos. And Anderson tries to drive past Jensen Grover, but Grover's able to poke that away, so American Heritage will take it out of bounds and try to intercept that inbounds pass. Winatana's shot won't go, but American Heritage has the rebound. Winatana now with the ball, kicks it out from the top of the key, no good. San Juan coming down the court, Jensen Grover leading the way. Behind the back pass, and unable to hit is Jace Palmer. Jensen Grover with the fancy pass there, Dan.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of confidence to do that, and he did a great job. Right on the money.
Yep, nice little sidestep from Jace Palmer as well. He's unable to hit the shot, but a foul called on the ground. So San Juan will take the ball out from baseline. Ball goes in to Palmer, who's able to score on the inbounds play. Timeout, American Heritage. Broncos lead early, 8-2 over the Patriots. Again, Dan McBride joining us. He's a BYU student interested in broadcast, so he hasn't seen the Broncos plays, but he's seen quite a bit of basketball. What are you seeing so far from San Juan, Dan?
Two things, David. I really like the tough man defense they're playing. They're really getting in the face.
Here at Utah Naval Health System, our mission statement is we exist to improve your quality of life through comprehensive, self-empowered, culturally sensitive, and amazing customer service.
Movement too early, especially those first two possessions. It was, this is my first Broncos game of the year, so I'm getting acquainted with some of the numbers and players, and so I was having a hard time keeping up of course, by the end of this 3-day weekend with 4 games, I'll know these players pretty well. Back into action, Patriots taking the ball up the court. Winnetana with it to his young brother, also Winnetana. Now the larger and older one has it, Winnetana. He's guarded by Ladd Ivins, and he drives in, kicks out. Again, good defense by the Broncos. Playing man against this Patriots team. Open 3 is shot and no good, and rebound is controlled by Black. Ivins hits out to the corner, and Jaden Black is able to hit the 3. Extends the Broncos' lead. Broncos now bringing a trap, and they were able to force out of bounds and force a turnover. It's good work for the Broncos early. Number 30, Jack Reed, checks in for the Patriots, as does Bronson Snyder. He checks in for the Broncos. Looks like he checks in for Nate Grover. Ivins with the ball. Now Palmer to Black. Black goes up in double, and he's able to get over the double team and score right at the rim. Makes it 13-12 Broncos. 3:34 to go in the first quarter. Broncos looking really good early. They brought a double team, and American Heritage was able to throw a pass all the way down underneath the basket and score. 13-4 is the score. Jensen Grover going into the paint, and a nice finish at the rim makes it 15-4 Broncos.
That's 4 early points already there for Grover.
American Heritage tossing that ball, has an open shot from the corner, and that's good. That's new high Winnetana with the shot for the Patriots. Ivins for 3, and it's good. Chase Palmer got into a little bit of trouble dribbling in the paint. Had to kick that out to Ivins, and he was able to turn that near turnover for Palmer into an assist. American Heritage, nice penetration from Winnetana, but then they're unable to convert, and now they're shooting this open 3. That's it, 18-10 now. Patriots within 8, and it's off of 2 made threes. Ivins now from the near side. He's fouled. Makes the bucket clearly after the foul, but nice to get those shots up, Dan. Make sure that you can continue to finish.
Absolutely. And they're starting off shooting well already, too, 50% from 3.
Chase Palmer checks out of the game. Ivins unable to hit, but Broncos fighting for the rebound. American Heritage comes away with the ball. Pushing the other way, and three-point shot up, no good. Some good defense, rebounded by number 5 for the Broncos, who I don't have on my roster, but he puts up a shot. We'll get his name here in just a second. I'm sure that there's a ton of parents and grandparents watching and saying, no, I know who that is, that's obvious. But we'll get his name here in just a moment. Ball goes out of bounds. Okay, we're back. Timeout called on the court. Preston Emley is number 5. He doesn't have a number on the roster that I have, but luckily Lyle Palmer was able to help me out. He's sitting next to me. Again, Preston Emley checking into the game for Jace Palmer and playing well early. 1:34 to go in the quarter. San Juan leading 18-10 early in this game. Ball goes into Ivins. Checks with Coach Black to know what to run, and motion coming for the Broncos. Ivins goes into the paint, ducks it off underneath, and Nate Grover able to finish at the rim. 1:15 to go in the quarter. American Heritage with the ball. And an open three shot that is good from Max Wright for the Patriots. Makes it 20-13. Jensen Grover to Ladd Ivins in the paint. And he passes to Nate Grover, but is fouled before Grover was able to complete that play. Ivins was fouled earlier on, so they'll take it out of bounds. Jensen Grover into Ladd Ivins, who takes it back out, goes towards the basket, back to Nate Grover, and then follow through by Bronson Snyder. He's able to get a bucket with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Broncos leading 22-13. American Heritage running motion. Max Wright looking. Winnetana now taking it. Good defense by the Broncos. Bronson Snyder fighting against Winnetana, and call goes against Snyder. Snyder's a little smaller than Winnetana, but Winnetana was able to draw the foul and will shoot two. Misses the first. And Snyder will check out, and Jaden Black will check back in. And Winnetana is able to hit the second shot. Make it 14-22. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jensen Grover over to Ladd Ivins, open in the corner, and he's got it. 3-point from Ivins. Now 2 seconds to go. One. American Heritage gets the shot off, but no good. After one quarter, it's 25-14, San Juan leading over the American Heritage Patriots. We're glad you've joined us on Picture at Palmer and Red Rock 92. Dan, after one quarter of action, what are you seeing from the Broncos?
They're playing great so far.
Well, we want to take a quick second to thank our sponsors. They make this broadcast possible. Thanks to Blue Mountain Hospital, Utah Navajo Health System, Energy Fuels, White Mesa Meal, Eagle AirMed, Bradford Tire, Northern Electric, Patio Drive-In, Montella's Repair, Blanding Napa Auto Parts, Canyonlands Tires /CBs, Four Corners Electric, Flights Gymnastics, H&R Block, Red Mechanical, Steve Frankham, the Blue Sage Inn, and Car Shop. Thank you for sponsoring High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and Picture at Palmer. Again, if you're listening to this broadcast on 92.7, you can also watch it at Picture at Palmer, and you can let people know as well. You can listen at Red Rock 92.7, also online, redrock92.com. American Heritage will start with the ball to start the second quarter. Winnetana dribbles up the court. Max Wright trying to get an open look, can't get it to go. Winnetana with the ball now. San Juan now switched to playing a zone D, it looks like, Dan. And the corner three is good from New High Winnetana. Jensen Grover over to Jace Palmer. Palmer hands off to Ivins. Ivins swings to Jaden Black. Over to Nate Grover, and then Jensen Grover now with the ball. Broncos reset. Jace Palmer now with it. He thinks about taking a three, then Ladd Ivins takes it, hands out to Jaden Black, whose shot is no good from three. Jensen Grover steps into a three. That one's no good. San Juan controlling the ball. Nate Grover doing great inside. getting that rebound and then going up and getting the foul.
That's 6 offensive boards already from the Broncos here early, so they're doing a great job of controlling the glass and getting those second chance opportunities.
And that's been big for the Broncos early as Nate Grover misses the first of 2 free throws. Broncos lead 25-17, 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Grover misses the second, but rebound by Jace Palmer is up and no good. So like you say, good effort on the offensive glass, but American Heritage able to come away with it. Deep three for Max Wright, hits the rim, no good for the Patriots. Now Jensen Grover pushes the other way, penetrates, kicks out to Nate Grover, open from 3, and that one doesn't fall. Now American Heritage comes with numbers. Winnetana penetrates and gets the end one bucket. So again, we mentioned at the top of this broadcast, Peor Winnetana, he's a senior for the Patriots. He averages, well, he's only 2 games in, but he's averaging a triple-double and leading team in rebounds and assists. So he's who the Broncos have to look out for.
Yeah, you can tell he's the leader of this team, and he really knows how to use his big body to really get his way down in the paint.
Absolutely. Easton Bethea checking in for the Broncos. Lad Ivins takes the ball across half court. Bethea sets a nice screen. Ivins considered a 3, then passes out to Jensen Grover. Grover to Palmer. Palmer over to Ivins. And that pass is intercepted. American Heritage going the other way, and nice defense, nice recovery from Lad Ivins. Now he's coming the other way. Back to Jensen Grover, back to Lad Ivins, and that 3 is just off. Nice work from Easton Bethea trying to knock that ball loose. American Heritage still ends up with it, and when it kind of goes the other way and is able to convert on that 2-pointer. Ivins now with the ball. Passes out to Jensen Grover. Takes the open 3. Rattles around the rim and won't fall. Winnetana controls the rebound for the Patriots. American Heritage swinging the ball around. As San Juan running a zone defense. Winnetana gets a screen, takes an open 3, deep 3, and hits. And it's all tied up, 25-25. Here in the second quarter, 5 minutes to go. Ivins with the ball, hands to Jensen Grover, out to Palmer, kicks out to Black, who's got the open 3, just can't get it to fall. So Broncos on these last couple of possessions, Dan, just not getting those open 3s to fall.
Yeah, and I think that when that happens, you gotta, try to make something else happen a little bit down lower. They were able to establish a good presence early, so let's see if they can do it again.
4:40 to go, all tied up, 25 each. American Heritage with the ball, looking for their first lead of the game. And back screen for Winnetana. He ends up with the ball. Easton Bethea playing some pretty good defense. Too good defense. He gets the foul and the bucket does Winnetana, so it's 27-25. Patriots with the 2-point lead, their first lead of the game. Winnetana hits the shot, makes it 3-point lead for the Patriots. Lad Ivins goes into the paint, drops it down to Bethea, who's unable to get it to fall, battling for the ball. Ooh, they're saying that went out on the Broncos. I don't know about that one, Dan. That looked like it went off of American Heritage there.
Yeah, I agree with you there, David.
We have a really good vantage point, though. We're up on the track, maybe a little better viewpoint for some of the calls for the officials. Of course, they're going to get most of them right, but it's always easy to see the ones they miss. Winnetana with the ball. He draws the foul on Bethea, the shooting foul. And makes it 28-25 for the Patriots with Winnetana shooting 2.
Winnetana's really starting to heat up here. He's only missed 2 shots from the field, and he's 3 for 3 on his free throws.
Yeah, and it's interesting. If you're watching, you can see this. If you're just listening, you can't. But San Juan's got all 4 players into rebound, a missed free throw. American Heritage says, we don't think Winnetana's going to miss. They don't have anyone down there.
Yeah, that's Justin, your leader. He's definitely keeping his team in this game and gave him the lead too.
Absolutely. Quick timeout, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Broncos now trailing by 4, 29-25. I want to take a quick moment and thank some of our sponsors. Thanks to San Juan Public Health. You can slow and prevent COVID-19 infections by wearing masks whenever you will be less than 6 feet apart from others. Desert Rivers Credit Union loans at great rates to all members, no matter their credit score. USU Blanding Campus, Diamond Propane, and Precision Rehab. Precision Rehab provides physical therapy in Monticello, Blanding, Monument Valley, and Montezuma Creek, helping athletes of all ages get back in the game since 1996. Also, Utah Navajo Health System, again, one of our sponsors. Earlier today, the backcountry Santa pilots came to the Montezuma Creek and Navajo Mountain airstrips, dropped off 9,000 pounds of donated gifts in their little planes, about 30 of them. UNHS was able to help organize that. So kind of a cool event that happened earlier today, and pretty neat here, or to happen back home in San Juan County. I almost said here. Like to be home, but it's nice to be in American Fork for this broadcast. Winnetana now shooting the second free throw and misses. San Juan controls the ball, down 4. Jensen Grover takes the ball across half court. Swings it over to Bethea. Bethea again with the ball. Ivans in the corner. He finds Palmer open from 3. That one's able to fall. Chase Palmer hitting the 3, bringing the Broncos within 1. 3.5 minutes to go in the half. American Heritage with the ball and the 1-point lead, 29-28. Ooh, nice move from Winnetana on Ivans. He's able to get an open look at 3, and it's unable to fall, though. Now Broncos pushing the ball the other way. Jensen Grover considers the 3. Palmer has it, hands it off to Jaden Black, who goes into the paint and puts the shot up, and rebound controlled by the Patriots. Again, Patriots have the 1-point lead. Winnetana now with the ball for the Patriots. Ivans guarding him on the far side. Foul called. It's on Ivans. American Heritage with the ball. 2:40 to go in the first half. Patriots leading 29-28 over the Broncos. Nice little floater for Christian Anderson. Makes the lead a 3-point for the Patriots. Grover gets in the paint, hands off to Ivans, who runs in to younger Winnetana. And foul called on the ground. Looks like that's the 5th against the Patriots. Broncos have 6. Ivans checks out, and coming in is Preston Imlay. Jensen Grover with the ball, and he gets it back from just Palmer. He's right at the rim, unable to get it to go. Palmer gets the rebound, though. He puts up another shot, and San Juan comes away. Jensen Grover gets the rebound. Palmer now open from the corner, hits a 3. We're all tied up, 31 all. 2:07 to go in the half.
Those second chance points, David, doing a lot here for the Broncos.
Yeah, and it's all hustle. You know, it's not necessarily that they're, in great position. They're in okay position. They put themselves in a position to battle for that rebound. But pretty good stuff from the Broncos early on the offensive glass. Winatana with the ball for the Patriots. Swings it out, penetrating, and the shot is no good. Jensen Grover comes down with the board. Swings it over to Black from 3, unable to get it to go. And a foul is called against American Heritage as Jace Palmer had the inside position, was fouled going up for that rebound. Broncos will take it inbound from the baseline. Jensen Grover's open, and he gets that to fall. Broncos take the lead back, 33-31 with 1:20 to go in the first half. Christian Anderson with the ball for the Patriots. Hands it off to Peora Winatana. He ends up back with it in the paint, and that jumper just doesn't go down. Spent forever on the rim. Jensen Grover takes the open 3 at the top of the key, and Broncos battle for the rebound, but American Heritage comes down with it. Winatana driving, kicking out, and that 3 is off. Now coming the other way is Imlay. He hands it off to Gaden Black. Jensen Grover swings it over to Bronson Snyder. Grover with the ball at the top of the key. Back to Snyder. Over to Jaden Black. Black, nice pass to Jensen Grover, who's cutting to the basket. Unable to get it to fall, though. And American Heritage with controls with 20 seconds to go in the half. Winatana will dribble it out. 8 seconds to go, 7. He'll consider a 3. 3 seconds to go. Nice defense from the Broncos. As American Heritage puts up a 3 right before the end of the half, but it's no good. So San Juan leads after the first half, 33-31 over the American Heritage Patriots. And we're glad that you've joined us on Red Rock 92.7 and pictureitpalmer.com. We'll be following all the action for the San Juan Broncos boys team this weekend. They'll be playing against there's so many American schools, Dan. I can't remember if it's American Leadership in West Valley and Draper tomorrow or American Prep. Anyways, it's one of those American private schools.
New and used cars, special incentives on new cars, big selection and financing options, and a service department second to none. Come by 481 South Main, Moab, or go to CrumpReese.com. Crump Reese, worth the drive.
Main Street Drug and Boutique in Monticello is a proud sponsor.
I hope you're enjoying the game. This could be your commercial. To become a sponsor and to learn more, you can check us out at the Become a Sponsor button right here above. Enjoy the game.
The boutique features Moxie clothing and jewelry line by Sydney and Monique. Yeah, you heard it right. Move over Paris and New York. You can get boutique clothing designed in Monticello, Utah. Main Street Drug and Boutique. Trusted care from people you know.
Emory Telecom has high-speed gig internet coming to our area. Solid internet service is critical in today's world, and Emory Telecom brings you reliability when you need it the most. Sign up now to receive $150 in bill credit. That's $25 off your bill for 6 months. Check out our website at EmoryTelecom.com to take advantage of this amazing deal. That's EmoryTelecom.com. Emory Telecom, making the most of life.
Red Rock Classic Hits wants to welcome Antiforma, Moab's authentic Neapolitan pizza and Italian cuisine. Forma is proud to offer the freshest dough, cheese, and tomato sauce made each day from scratch. Come taste a little piece of Italy as they've done for centuries. Forma welcomes all in the four corners to come taste perfection. Social distance on the new 3,000 square foot outside covered patio. Forma, 267 North Main Street, next to Navitec Expedition.
Moab Motorsports is excited to be a part of Red Rock Classic Hits Radio. Moab Motorsports is the #1 off-road shop in Grand County and the region. Moab Motorsports offers off-road parts, maintenance, and repair for any of your badass machines, with the expert knowledge to address any of your 4x4 needs. Moab Motorsports also offers backcountry towing, covering all the trails. Moab Motorsports, South Highway 191, the only ones you need.
Welcome back to Red Rock 92.7 and Picture Palmer's broadcast of the San Juan Broncos tournament up here on the Wasatch front. They're going to be playing quite a bit of basketball. They're 1/2 down, and they lead over American Heritage Patriots 33-31. We'll have unofficial stats coming up later in the halftime show. We'll, we keep our own tally. It's not the official tally, so if your nephew got a bucket that we missed, don't worry. We'll see if we can get it. But we'll give you kind of general feel of the stats of the game after 1/2 later on in this halftime show. Well, we want to take a moment and thank some more of our sponsors. Thanks to San Juan Health, who is proud to sponsor broadcast of high school sports on Red Rock 92. They have clinics in Monticello and Blanding. Thanks to Anderson Oliver Title, with offices in San Juan and Grand Counties. Anderson Oliver Title has provided title insurance and real estate closing services for over 20 years. Thanks to Primary Residential, San Juan Pharmacy, and San Juan Building Supply, an innovative lumber and building materials supplier in Blanding, offering competitive prices, quality merchandise, and superior service. And thanks to San Juan Credit Union and Burton Orthodontics. Well, again, here in American Fork at American Heritage High School, San Juan Broncos lead after 1/2, 31-30. We'll give you some of those stats here in just a bit on the first half of play. Let you know who's leading the way for the Broncos. There's been quite a few players playing for the Broncos. As you heard Coach Black say, Cooper Black tweaked his ankle a little bit in warm-ups. In the halftime of the JV game, he was shooting around and tweaked his ankle. So that's why if you're looking for Cooper Black, he's tweaked his ankle. We don't know the extent of his injury, but I believe I saw him sitting on the bench with his leg up. So he may be missing this game and hopefully no others for the rest of the week. But it is a grind here at this Wasatch Front Invitational, where the Broncos are playing 4 games in 3 days. We'll be bringing you all those games here on Picture at Palmer and Red Rock 92. Well, stay with us. We'll be back with first half stats and more. You're listening to High School Hoops on Picture at Palmer and Red Rock 92.
Canyon Land Auto Sales of Moab wants to wish all of the Red Rock Classic Hits listeners the best of the holiday season. Canyon Land Auto Sales should be your first choice for quality used cars and trucks in the Four Corners region. Stop by, see the selection, or have them search for the vehicle you want. Canyon Land Auto Sales in Moab says Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and Happy Trails to 2020.
Wrap it in red this holiday season with red-hot buys from your local choice building supply Ace Hardware in Cortez. Great deals on lithium-ion power tools by Craftsman, DeWalt, and Milwaukee. Couple gifts for everyone on your list and additional savings when you use an Ace Rewards card. These are just the beginning of our red-hot buys through the holidays at Choice Building Supply Ace Hardware, 525 North Broadway in Cortez, or visit acehardware.com.
This is the place for the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back to High School Hoops on Picture Palmer and Red Rock 92.7. BYU Broadcasting student Dan McBride joining us. He's got the stats from the first half. Dan, what we see from the Broncos in that first half?
Yeah, so the Broncos are doing a wonderful job of getting everybody involved. We've got 5 points from Jaden Black, 6 points from Matt Ivins, 4 points from Nate Grover, 8 from Jace Palmer, and a couple from the other bench players that have come in and filled in as well. But there's, as you can see, there's no one leading scorer that's, getting all the buckets for him. As for the Patriots, Power Wintana has 13 points, and he's taken about 80% of the shots. But the Broncos have shot 60% from 3, and that's really helped them out. They're also 8 from 11 from 2, so those high percentage shots that they're getting are really paying off.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of it, too, is either, they're getting the offensive rebound and tipping it in at the rim, or they're able to swing the ball around and drive inside. It seems like Jensen Grover had a few points right at the rim.
Yeah, he sure did. And like you said, the offensive rebounds, they've got 11 so far just in the first half. And compared to the Patriots, they've just got a couple, so they're doing a great job of really imposing their will down there.
Yeah, it's been a good first half of basketball for the Broncos, but Winnetana keeping his team in the game with, what'd you say again, 13 points, 13 of the 31 points, and then the rest of the Patriots hitting from 3. It does kind of remind me, I mentioned his size, and is kind of comparable to, some of those stars in the NBA like LeBron James. Winnetana's sizes, and this team has surrounded him with shooters as well, players that are hitting open threes. And that's what's keeping the Patriots in the game.
Something that I'd like to see the Broncos get back to is that double team they were starting out on Winnetana in the beginning of the first half. It took him a while to get heated up, and once he did, it seems like that double team wasn't quite there. So I think if they do that and they're able to close out on those Patriot three-point shooters, they'll be able to do a lot of damage here in the second half.
Absolutely. We're excited to bring you the second half of this game, this broadcast on pictureatpalmer.com and Red Rock 92.7 FM. We're glad that you're joining us. Again, COVID-19 is made for incredible circumstances. And so Red Rock 92.7, if you're tuning in looking for classic hits, we're going to have a bit more basketball than normal in a normal year, and that's just because COVID-19 has made it so only parents of athletes can come in the gym when we're in the high transmission rate, which we currently are in almost all of Utah. Hopefully we'll get that down and be able to have more fans come and watch games. But in the meantime, you can watch most of the San Juan boys and girls basketball games and Monticello boys and girls basketball team games at picturepalmer.com and listen to us at 92.7 FM. Again, we're just under 15 seconds to go before we start up the second half. Broncos are out taking shots and getting shots up before we get the second half underway. We want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Thanks to the San Juan Record and to Red's Ace Hardware, serving the community since 1909 for all your grill, hardware, home improvement, lawn, and garden and tool needs. Also thanks to Blue Mountain Hospital, Energy Fuels White Mesa Mill, Eagle Air Med, Bradford Tire, Northern Electric Patio Drive-In, Montella's Repair, Landing Napa Auto Parts, Four Corners Electric, and others. We thank you for your sponsorship and for making these broadcasts possible. We're set for the second half of basketball. Jaden Black will inbound to Ladd Ivins to get it underway in the second half. Ivins drives into the painted area, and that pass is stolen away by American Heritage. They're now pushing the other way. Put up a three, and it's no good. Jensen Grover comes down with the rebound. He passes out to Ladd Ivins, who's open from three. That one doesn't fall. And American Heritage has got an open man coming the other way, and unable to get the shot to fall, but Christian Anderson for the Patriots follows through, makes it 33-all early in the third quarter. Jaden Black drives, passes to a cutting Ivins, who goes inside and finishes with the little runner through contact.
Took a hard fall there, but he did a great job of finishing.
Winnetana with the ball for the Patriots. 7 minutes to go in the third. Broncos lead 35-33. Winnetana hands off. Ivins picks off that pass. He's going to take the drive all the way and score at the rim. Nice defensive effort from Ivins.
Great anticipation.
And he was able to see that pass come in. Impressive stuff. American Heritage now with the ball. Winnetana fakes the three, drives inside, kicks out for the open three. That one falls for Max Wright. Makes it 36-37. Broncos lead. Jensen Grover with the ball. Swings out to Ivins. Back into Jensen Grover. Ivins has it. Jace Palmer, nice ball movement to Jaden Black. Back to Nate Grover. Great ball movement by the Broncos. And Nate Grover is able to get the and one bucket. So he'll shoot one with Broncos leading 39-36.
You know that's exactly the type of ball movement that Coach Black is wanting to see there. They did a great job of finding the open man, and it worked out great.
Yeah, incredible. All the Broncos touched the ball on that possession and ended with the and one for the senior center, Nate Grover. And he hits the shot to complete the three-point play. Broncos now lead 40-36. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Broncos trap. Winnetana with the ball to the younger Winnetana. That three-pointer won't go. Jace Palmer controls the ball. Comes down the court, hands off to Ivins. Ivins to Jensen Grover. Grover drives inside, spins, and is unable to finish, but draws the foul. Jensen Grover will shoot two.
It's like Winnetana was surprised to see that foul called on him. Talking to the ref a little bit.
Yeah, I think they maybe missed a call earlier in the quarter when he ran into Lad Ivins. He got hit pretty hard there.
Sure.
So maybe it makes
sense.
Either way, Grover converts, makes it 41-36. American Heritage trapped. And travel is called. So nice press for the Broncos. Ivins will inbound to Jensen Grover. 5:39 to go. Grover hands over to Jaden Black. Back to Grover. Over to Ivins, open in the corner. That one doesn't fall, but a rebound for Jace Palmer. He puts it back up and in. Extends the lead 43-36. And again, Dan, that offensive glass for the Broncos being the difference. Now Broncos trapping, and Jensen Grover called for the foul.
You really like the aggressiveness that you're seeing here from the Broncos out of the halftime.
Yeah, aggressive defense and nice ball movement as well. American Heritage with the ball. Over to Winnetana. Nice behind-the-back dribble from Winnetana. Ball swung around, but San Juan's able to recover. Jensen Grover guarding on the ball. Now Ivins. And nice work from American Heritage to get that open bucket. Makes it 38-43. Palmer gives to Ivins, who's open from three and fouled on the shot. Matt Ivins will shoot three. Pretty deep shot from Ivins.
It's a deep shot. I think he almost caught the defender off guard a little bit there, forcing that foul.
Yeah, he stepped up into the lad's body as Ivins hits the first. And then second. And subs coming in for the Broncos. Bronson Snyder and Easton Bethea checking in for the Broncos. And American Heritage will call a timeout. 4:36 to go in the third quarter. Broncos lead 45-38 over the American Heritage Patriots. Yeah, so we're early in this second half of action, but you got to like what you see, Dan, early from the Broncos.
Absolutely. They, like I said before, they came out real aggressive after the halftime. You know, in the first half, they didn't have a single free throw attempt, and right now they've already got 5 just through a few minutes.
That's pretty good, and a large portion of that coming from Lad Ivins just now getting fouled on that three-point shot. But, yeah, good effort for the Broncos, couple and one buckets. Jensen Grover getting fouled. Yeah, it's a good aggressive play from the Broncos early in the second half. Ivins will shoot the final shot of his after being fouled on the three-point attempt and hits all three. Makes it 46-38 for the Broncos. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Trap coming from the Broncos. American Heritage able to pass out way far to the corner. That one goes out of bounds. Jensen Grover comes up with the ball. Broncos have numbers. Jensen Grover tries to dump inside Easton Bethea, but that pass is intercepted. Winnetana now coming the other way for the Patriots. That pass inside is tipped by the Broncos, so American Heritage will inbound from the baseline. Nice work from Jensen Grover to jump up and get that pass, but now he's trapped. Bronson Snyder comes back for the Broncos and gets the ball. Jensen Grover is able to get it across and step inside the three-point line, take a two-point shot, and it's no good, and then Easton Bethea draws the foul.
You know, it almost seems like the Broncos are wearing the Patriots down a little bit on the glass, and just more and more offensive boards and more second chance opportunities for the Broncos.
Yeah, well, you know, we've seen, like Coach Blex promised, we've seen quite a bit of the bench, Bethea and Snyder coming in and giving rest to Broncos players and contributing too. So that depth of the Broncos is really a help. Winnetana passes to the corner, and younger Winnetana hits the shot.
It's his third three-pointer of the game so far. He's a sharpshooter.
Ivins swings out to Bethea in the corner. He's doubled. Throws it under the basket to Bronson Snyder, who goes up and finishes the shot. Makes it 50-41 Broncos. Winnetana penetrates inside and gets the shot to go. Lad Ivins now pushes the other way in transition, hands off to Jensen Grover, drives inside. And they're going to call a charge against Grover. Winnetana stepping in and taking that charge.
He did a great job of getting his feet set and took the risk but got the reward.
Yeah, and that's not a fun risk either. I don't know.
Not.
It's definitely not something. I don't know. I know you play pickup ball, Dan. Do you ever take charges in pickup ball?
Ooh, not these days.
Hurts your bones, but Winnetana, he'll take the charge for the Patriots, and they have the ball. Anderson with the fancy footwork, and Ivins goes up to intercept the pass and is fouled. So Broncos will get the ball. Ivins inbounds to Jaden Black. Black over to Ivins, open from three. That one doesn't go. Foul called underneath. Looks like it's on Jensen Grover. Grover checks out. Jensen Grover checks out. Nate Grover in the game. American Heritage passing to the corner. Mutana has it, drives inside, and unable to finish. Flat Ivans now coming the other way, and finishes at the rim. Nice burst of speed from Flat Ivans. 52-43 is the score. Broncos lead with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Open shot from three, won't fall, but American Heritage tracks down the rebound. Now the floater up from Anderson for the Patriots, no good. Jace Palmer pushes the ball the other way. Palmer passes to Ivans in the corner. Ivans down to Nate Grover in the paint. He's up and over top of Ollie Buer for the Patriots.
That's a great court awareness right there from Ivans. He knew exactly where his center was and trusted him to finish that.
Yeah, Nate Grover using his height to his advantage there. Shot up from American Heritage, no good. Rebound controlled by Bethea. Ivans now coming the other way quickly. Loses the handle, though. And Winnetana coming the other way for the Patriots. He'll drive inside. Find his brother open in the corner. And then he passes out for the three. That shot's no good. Nate Grover comes down with the rebound. Now Jace Palmer coming the other way. That goes off his foot. Grover gets it. Jim Black now with it, driving inside. And I don't think he expected to be that open. Is unable to finish at the rim, but Broncos rebound, and Easton Bethea is able to finish. 56-43, Broncos lead. Winnetana penetrates inside. That shot won't fall. Bethea with the rebound. Ivans coming the other way. "20 seconds to go, so Ivans controlling the ball for the last shot of the quarter. 10 seconds to go in the third. Ivans hands off to Palmer. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Palmer takes a deep three and isn't able to hit that. So after 3 quarters, Broncos lead by 13, 56-43.
Yeah, another great third quarter right there from the Broncos. And, you want to see them come out swinging in the fourth quarter and let those starters have a rest so they can be ready for the next couple games this weekend.
And that's right, San Juan playing tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. in West Valley, then playing again tomorrow at 7 before a final game Saturday morning. You can watch and listen to all those games at Red Rock 92.7 and PicturePalmer.com. The video is also streaming at SJRnews.com. After 3 quarters, Broncos lead 56-43, 13-point lead. Broncos hoping to put away this Patriots team. Like you said, Dan, it'd be good to get to bed early tonight and a little well rested.
You bet, David. Let's see what more adjustments the Broncos can make this final quarter and see what they can do. They did some great adjustments after the first half and really got more aggressive and took some more shots at the paint. We'll see what they do here in the last quarter.
Absolutely. I want to take a second to thank our sponsors. Thanks to Patio Drive-In, Montella's Repair, Landing Napa Auto Parts, Canyonlands Tires CD, Four Corners Electric, Flights Gymnastics, H&R Block, Red Mechanical, Steve Frankham, Blue Sage Inn, and The Car Shop. Thank you for your support. Again, they're making this broadcast possible with their sponsorship. Again, in these extraordinary times, we appreciate the support of you, the listener and viewer, if you're watching on PicturePalmer.com. And we also appreciate our sponsors making the broadcast possible. Here we go, fourth quarter underway. American Heritage with the ball. Trapped in the corner, and nice high up from Jensen Grover forces the turnover. Ivins inbounds to Jensen Grover. Drives up and passes out to Ivins. Ivins has to Jace Palmer. Jace Palmer to Bronson Snyder. Snyder to Jensen Grover. Back to Snyder. Back to Grover. Back to Palmer. That pass almost intercepted. Broncos have the numbers. Jace Palmer goes up and gets the shot to go and one.
That defender flew by him, and he did a great job of, taking advantage of that situation, getting right to the hoop for the easy bucket and one.
And, in a 5-on-4 situation like that, it can be, you got to be able to make a quick decision. I think that speaks to Coach Black's teaching this squad. A lot of times, you don't know what to do, and Jace Palmer was able to drive and get the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, these Broncos are definitely playing with a lot of confidence, and you love to see that if you're Coach Black.
American Heritage will shoot from the top of the key. Hits the three, makes it 59-46. 13-point lead for the Broncos, 7 minutes to go in the game. Jensen Grover over to Bronson Snyder. Matt Ivins will line up from three. He's got it. 62-46, 16-point lead for the Broncos. Under 7 minutes to go in the game. This is how you want to start that fourth quarter, Dan.
Absolutely.
Extending your lead to 6. Winnetana, though, he can shoot from three. Brings it back at 13. 49-62 is the score. Broncos coming the other way. Lad Ivins drives inside. His floater won't go. Rebound controlled by the Patriots. Winnetana drives, finds an open shooter in the corner. That shot's good. Broncos lead now cut to 10. Jensen Grover takes it across half court, calls for a screen from Ivins. Broncos get a little motion. Grover goes inside, dumps off to Nate Grover, and he's able to get that bucket to go. Nice play from Jensen Grover on the assist to Nate Grover. Winnetana stepped in, was trying to take a charge, and Jensen was able to pass it over to Nate Grover. And the American Heritage Patriots do the similar thing on the opposite end. Now running in transition, Lad Ivins has the ball, passes up to Jensen Grover, shot is up, and good. 66-54, Broncos lead by 12, 5.5 minutes to go in the game, and timeout called.
There's a lot of buckets in just a few minutes. Great job by both teams by responding to each possession from the other.
Yeah, it's nice to. It's fun to watch basketball with where teams trade shots. It's really fun to watch when the Broncos are up by 12 too.
Absolutely.
5:34 to go in the game. We're glad that you've joined us on pictureatpalmer.com and Red Rock 92.7. We'll be broadcasting tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Broncos will be playing in West Valley, and then in Draper at 7. Have an update. The Monticello girls basketball team is hosting the Green River girls basketball team. Monticello trails at half, 30-12. Again, 5:34 to go in the game. Broncos leading 66-54 over the American Heritage Patriots here at American Fork. Broncos looking to complete this first of 4 games in 3 days. And this one's been hard fought, Dan.
Yeah, it has. Patriots are shooting great from 3, and I think if you're the Broncos, you just want to challenge every one of those shots and don't let them back into this game.
Absolutely. Broncos trap Winnetana and leads to an open shot from the corner for the Patriots. That shot won't fall, though. They do get a rebound, but it's blocked by Nate Grover and then goes out of bounds off the Broncos. $5:15 to go. American Heritage inbounds the ball. Winnetana controls from near half court. Screen coming against Ivins. Winnetana kicks to the corner. Shot is up and good. That's Christian Anderson hitting for the Patriots. Ivins passes the ball to Jensen Grover. Grover to Jaden Black. Black to Grover. Grover to Palmer, to Ivins, back to Palmer, into Jaden Black. Black goes up and gets a fall. 68-57. Broncos lead by 11, 4.5 minutes to go.
It's a great move down low by Jaden Black.
American Heritage with the ball, and that ball is taken away by Jaden Black on the pass attempt, and American Heritage fouls in transition.
Looks like Jaden Black wants to get to bed early tonight too, right, David?
Yeah.
He's playing hard up there.
He is. Well, he's going to be shooting 1 and 1, 2, and that's the 7th foul against the Patriots. Black hits the first, so he'll get a second shot. 69-57, 12-point lead for the Broncos. Jaden Black looking to make it 13, 4:18 to go. And he does. 70-57 for the Broncos here in the fourth quarter. American Heritage coming the other way. Max Wright with the ball. Winnetana with it. Matching up against Jensen Grover. Gets inside. And Jensen Grover draws the offensive foul. I guess that's what you do, Dan, when you're playing against a bigger body like that.
Yeah, you could tell that Winnetana was looking to get physical down there and kind of play some bully ball, but great anticipation by him and a good job drawing that charge.
Ivins pass over to Palmer. Ivins then drives inside and hits a little floater from the left side. Lead extended to 15 with 3:48 to go. Broncos looking to improve to 2-1 on the year and get a good start. Winnetana is able to turn around and put the shot up and draws the foul this time on Jensen Grover. Winnetana will shoot 2.
Just back to that last possession, Lad Ivins got that beautiful floater, and you know, if you're the opposing team, that's tough to defend, and he's been able to use that just a couple times tonight. It's been working out great for him.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, you know, when you're undersized like that too, having a floater is a big advantage, and Lad Ivins has clearly worked on that shot, and it's helped him out quite a bit.
It's not an easy shot, too.
No, not at all. Jaden Black with the ball. Now Jace Palmer, American Heritage, bringing a bit of press. Palmer swings it to Ivins, back to Jensen Grover. Jensen Grover goes around the screen from Nate Grover. And a foul is called. And Nate Grover was, that's what I was wondering. The officials were talking about that for a minute. They weren't sure who was shooting the shot, who was fouled. It looked like Nate Grover was fouled setting the screen, but they're going to say that Jensen Grover with the ball was the one that's fouled. So he'll shoot the 1-1 for the Broncos.
And it looks like he wasn't even expecting to shoot him. He was lined up ready to rebound.
Jensen Grover misses the first of the 1-1, so American Heritage will come the other way. They trail 13 to the Broncos. Winnetana working inside. Nice move. And cuts the lead to 11. Ivins now coming the other way quickly. Gets Winnetana in the air and on the pump fake, and then is able to make the shot. Broncos lead back up to 13. Double dribble called against American Heritage. San Juan will get the ball.
Just as we anticipated, David, it looks like we're watching Ivins and Winnetana kind of battle it out here in a little duel, and it's been awesome to see.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, Ivins has really pushed the ball quickly, you know, especially American Heritage bringing this press. And, you know, when he gets open, he's like he is now down court. Ooh, goes off his foot, but luckily Nate Grover's right there to grab it. Or excuse me, that was Jace Palmer. Nate Grover now with it and is able to get the shot to fall. Broncos lead now 15, 76-61, under 3 minutes to go. Watana with Palmer on him. Blitz comes, and American Heritage able to swing the ball around. Max Wright with it, stolen away by Led Ivins. Up and in on the layup. Makes it 78-61, 2:22 to go. Broncos turning it on just the right time, Dan.
That's 18 points from Lad Ivins. Great anticipation on the steal and great finish.
Yeah, Ivins had 15 points in the North Summit game, their first game of the year, and 25 in their loss to Manti. So Ivins can get it done, leading the way for the Broncos, getting those points.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you're keeping the stats. Seems like otherwise, though, the points have been spread out pretty well amongst the players.
Yeah, in the first half, you really saw a ton of ball movement and just great contributions from everyone on the Broncos. And we're seeing that in the second half. We've also seen a little extra something from Lad Ivins, and he's kind of taken over the second half.
Yeah, again, and Lad using his speed to his advantage. Watching him earlier in the year in football, he really impressed with his speed, and of course that converts to the basketball court as well. We've seen a few times him push the ball in transition and able to get some layups as a result. .222 to go in the game. Broncos lead 78-61. And American Heritage will take the ball. Patriots bring the ball up the court. Pass inside to Winatana. Foul called against Winatana. So he's trying to get position against Jace Palmer. American Heritage coaching staff not happy with that call. I don't know, what did you think seeing that, Dana?
Yeah, that one was, maybe a little ticky-tacky, but we'll see what the Broncos can do with this possession.
Jaden Black with the ball now. Jace Palmer. Ooh, that pass goes off the official, and Jaden Black ends up with it. Ivins passes to Jensen Grover. Back to Ivins, under 2 minutes to go. Ivins looking, hands off to Jace Palmer. Palmer to Jaden Black. Black to Lad Ivins, cuts inside, and Winatana anticipates the pass and is able to grab it away. Winatana now in transition, able to avoid. Jaden Black was sitting there ready to take that charge, and nice awareness from Winatana to avoid it and get the bucket for the Patriots. 78-63 is the lead for the Broncos. Foul called against Josiah Daines for the Patriots on Palmer.
That ref is still laughing about that last possession. If this were dodgeball, he'd be out.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. If you're listening to the broadcast, it went off the official in an earlier possession, and Jaden Black was there to grab it before it went out of bounds. Chase Palmer misses the first free throw. Shoot the second. That comes, of course, because the Broncos are in the bonus. 1:20 to go. Winatana puts up the three. It's off. Palmer controls the rebound. Now Jensen Grover, back to Palmer, back to Grover, back to Palmer. And Jaden Black is open under the basket. He's able to convert. Is that pass from Palmer? Palmer plays quarterback for the Broncos in the football season, so a nice pass down the court is what you expect from a quarterback.
Showing off that arm.
Under a minute to go in the game. Broncos looking to send a few subs in. Ivins is fouled and will shoot two. .82-63 now the score. Bethea checking in for Nate Grover. Ivins misses a second, and you can hear his groan. He really wanted to hit that. Winnetana drives inside and gets shot to fall. Bethea inbounds to Ivins. Ivins will wait at half court and get fouled. San Juan looking to send in some more subs. So 37 seconds to go. Broncos are going to get their second win of the season and first in this 4-game road trip that they're going on.
That's just a great way to start off this road trip, build some confidence for the team to bounce back after that last loss and, hopefully come back tomorrow with the same intensity.
Absolutely, as Ivins hits the first free throw and the second. No groan from Ivins this time. He's able to get both free throws.
All smiles over here. A lot of applause for Ivins as he heads to the bench.
30 seconds to go in the game. American Heritage brings the ball up the court. Number 11 driving for the Patriots, unable to get it to fall. Jaden Black secures the rebound. Now Easton Bethea with the ball, and it's taken away by the Patriots. 15 seconds to go, and Winnetana draws the foul. So again, this one's all but in the books. Broncos are going to improve to 2-1. They'll be back in action tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. and then again tomorrow at 7 and Saturday at 10:30. So we're excited to have you with us for all 4 games. Nice take from Josiah Dames for the Patriots, and he'll shoot 2 with under 6 seconds to go. Well, stay with us in the postgame show. We'll have unofficial stats that we kept track of during the game. So, again, we may be off by a point or two or miss a rebound or so, but we'll give you a general idea of the stats of the game for the Broncos, and we'll also let you know about upcoming games and maybe see if we can get an update in Monticello as well, where the Monticello girls basketball team is playing the Green River girls basketball team. Monticello trailed at half 30-12. We'll see if we can get an updated score in that game. Danes hits the second free throw, and Broncos will be content to dribble out, and that's the end of the game. 84-67 final. San Juan Broncos improving to 2-1 on the year. We're glad you've joined us on Red Rock 92.7 and at pictureatpalmer.com. We're also broadcasting pictureatpalmer.com's broadcast at sjrnews.com. We appreciate your support. And we'll take a quick break, then we'll be back with final stats from the game and a look ahead to tomorrow's game. Stay with us. You're listening to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92.7.
Canyonland Club is located 5 minutes south of Moab in the business park.
I hope you've enjoyed this game. To continue to make these possible, please consider donating or becoming a sponsor today. You can check us out at pictureatpalmer.com.
From Flooring America, a Moab. Flooring America is the premier place for your floor covering needs. If you're looking for carpet, tile, or hardwood, come to Flooring America in Moab. Flooring America is also the regional dealer for Hunter Douglas window treatments. Spruce up your home for the holidays. Flooring America, 2471 South Highway 191 in Moab. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. and Happy New Year.
The men at Nations Towing of Moab wish everyone in Moab and the Four Corners region a wonderful Christmas and a much happier New Year. Nations Towing has been pulling people out of trouble for more than 45 years. We are here with the knowledge and the right equipment when you need help. Call 435-259-6900. Nations Towing of Moab, 435-259-6900. Big or small, we can tow them all.
Welcome back to our broadcast of high school hoops on Red Rock 92.7 and pictureatpalmer.com. We're glad that you've joined us. San Juan Broncos getting the win. They improved to 2-1 on the year. Tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. they'll be playing American Prep West Valley at 10:30. We'll have that broadcast. And then also tomorrow at 7 they'll be playing in Draper at Draper American Preparatory Academy. And then playing Mazer Prep on Saturday. So Broncos 2-1 on the year, 1-0 at this Wasatch Front tournament. And Dan McBride helping us out with the stats. Dan's got the final point totals, unofficial totals. You know, we're keeping track of stats best we can, but don't necessarily get them all. Dan, what do you have from the Broncos?
Yeah, Lad Ivins led the way tonight in scoring with 27 points. Obviously a huge part of this Broncos offense. Along with that, the Grover brothers, Nate Grover added in 14 points, and Jensen Grover with 8 as well. Jaden Black also had 11 points along with, with 13 from Jace Palmer. And then from the Patriots, we had 25 points from Winitana, and we all knew that he was going to come and score a bunch of points. And his teammates had a couple threes here and there, but none quite as much as Winitana's 25.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's what we expected. The Broncos were able to hand a dominant point guard tonight and get it done. Like you said, spreading the ball. Quite a few players ending up in double-digit points. So great work from the Broncos. We look forward to broadcasting tomorrow's game starting at 10:30 a.m. That game will be in West Valley. You can watch it at pictureatpalmer.com. Listen to it at redrock927.com. We'll be coming on right after the morning show. Bill Boyle and Rhett Sifford will be filling in for me on the morning show. Well, I'm David Boyle. On behalf of Dan McBride and the Picture Palmer team, Lance and Lyle Palmer, we appreciate you joining us. We'll thank our sponsors one more time and then send you back to Classic Hits. You're listening to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92.7.
High school